Good afternoon, my friends. This is Paul, and today I'm going to be reviewing the first Challenger Pack in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which I like to call the Persona Pack, because for one, it has a nice ring to it, and this is the pack where Joker, plus the Mementos stage, plus the Persona Spirits and Music debuted. So first off, if you've already bought the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, you're going to get this automatically along with version 3.0. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about those changes because a lot of them are kinda irrelevant to me because they require a Switch Online, so this is just going to be focusing on the Fighters Pack stuff. So first off, Joker is from Persona 5, which is, from my knowledge, a series that's all about turn-based combat that eventually lets you befriend the monsters, and then the monsters work as a sidekick of yours. I played Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and I heard that it's fairly similar in concept. Joker's moveset, victory screen, and stage are all very stylistic, almost like you're inside of a comic book, and the music reminded me a lot of The World Ends With You. There are 11 new tracks from the Persona series, 3 of which are brand new remixes. And most of all, I thought the tracks were pretty good. They seemed to dip in quality as you got lower on the soundtrack, but overall though, I really liked Last Surprise, Beneath the Mask, and Aria of the Soul. Those were all pretty good tracks. They didn't seem to fit very well with video games, and my friend Kevin is not going to be happy when one of his favorite songs is not in there, but hey, you can't please everyone, and at least it's way better than the measly 2 Final Fantasy songs. Mementos, as you can see right now, is a really cool stage because it's very colorful and comic book-esque, but yet the color changes depending on what music you choose, which, that's a nice little touch. Admittedly, the yellow is kind of ugly, but you know what? That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm just biased toward the color blue. That being said, I think Mementos has to be one of the most unique stages I've ever seen in a Smash Bros. Game because it just doesn't feel like anything out of Nintendo, and the sort of out-of-universe Sony style is much appreciated in this world full of Nintendo characters. As far as Joker's classic mode, it's simply called Shadows, and I don't know how much this relates to the source material, but from what I could gather, Joker faces characters that all have dark costumes, as opposed to Ike's classic mode route where he faces characters that are clad in black. Of course, it seems like an anticlimax at the end when all he faces is the Master Hand, couldn't they have created, say, a Persona-themed boss? As far as Joker's moveset, he has a gun as his special. Yeah, that's right, a gun in a Smash Bros. Game. Who would have thought that? For his side special, he kind of does what Ness does with his PK Fire, except I can't pronounce the name at the moment. For his up special, he uses a grappling hook to either grab onto ledges or grab a nearby opponent. And for his down special, he sort of builds up rebellious energy when he gets hit by enemies or if he's losing the battle. And once the gauge is filled up, then he summons Arson, which is his personal persona that'll be by his side. Arson is untouchable and basically powers up all of Joker's move, changing gun to gun special. His side special will now do more damage. His grappling hook will become Wings of Rebellion, which is basically a supercharged up Pits up B. And for his down B, it changes from absorbing damage to being a counter. And for his final smash, it's known as All Out Attack, which lets Joker and the Phantom Thieves of Heart just assault the opponent as though they're in a comic book, with even a little finisher article of Joker showing off his white glove. Overall, I really liked this pack, despite not knowing too much about the character. There are also some spirits that were added, which, granted, I didn't get any of the references, which didn't make it nearly as impactful as the other spirit battle I did. But on the other hand, they made a few improvements that I think would really be nice if they made it to all of the spirits in a future game. First off, all of the Persona spirits are on a separate spirit board. So if you're wondering, oh no, when are they going to show up? Don't worry, they'll show up on their own. They all show up at once. You don't have to wait for them to show up or have that stupid timer saying, oh, you can't fight them anymore. And if the fights are too tough, I heard that you can buy most of them in the shop. I didn't do that. I wanted to beat them for myself because I love seeing how the spirit battles play out. You also don't need to play the Free the Spirit minigame. Once you win the battle, you win them, just like you would in World of Light. So overall, that leads to 1,316 spirits overall if you're a spirit completionist like myself. Now, the amount of content that you get is probably going to be rather minuscule if you're only in it for the single player. It took me roughly an hour to experience everything that the game had to offer, besides the music. That was a little bit of a drawn-out process. But overall, I would say that Persona fans are going to have an absolute blast with what's included in this package. For non-Persona fans like me, it may seem like the content is rather minuscule, but I can see the Joker as being a pretty okay sort of combination of Bayonetta, Sheik, and Cloud. And as far as his stage, man, talk about style. This gets me excited for the possibility of Neku being one of the characters in the next Fighters pack, but I'm not going to hold my breath because my wish is on Banjo and Kazooie. Here's hoping that game's stylistic charm will translate well to Smash Brothers. Anyway, that's about all I have for you today. It's a fairly straightforward DLC pack, but a good one nonetheless. It costs approximately $6 for this pack on its own if you're not going to buy the Fighter's Pass, and I would say $6 is totally worth it if you're only going to get this by itself. The price for the Fighter's Pack remains to be seen. Also, there are Mii Fighter costumes based on both Persona and Sonic the Hedgehog for 75 cents each that came out at the same time as this. So if you want your Mii Fighters to get in on the Persona action, you can do that for a relatively cheap price. I didn't bother buying any because I couldn't get the references, and I also kind of lost interest in Mii Fighter costumes after the wave of DLC for Smash for 3DS and Wii U, so hopefully you like it. And thankfully they come with both the headpiece and the outfit, which is nice. Anyway, I think this is a pretty good deal. Check it out. Whether you're a Persona fan or not, you're gonna have a good time. With that, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, oh my gosh, Paul, I love Persona, please let me know in the comments. And until the next time, keep the faith, stay epic, God bless, and remember, you may not have a Persona, but you do have a guardian angel, and he/she/it, whatever a non-corporeal being is classified as, they're always watching out for you. Bye!